Hello everyone and welcome back to the Honey Herd. For those who are new here, my name's Paul and this is my first year as a beekeeper. So it's the end of March and according to my car thermometer, it's approximately 10 degrees, but it feels a lot warmer in the sun. I've popped down to the apiary today with the intent of setting up this nucleus hive as a swarm trap. There's literally bees everywhere. I almost feel like I should be putting on my bee suit. What the hell? There's literally about 20 bees flying around. Maybe they're scout bees, just checking out my hive, see if they're a good site for their new home. I really don't know. It's really quite surreal. So yeah, like I say, there's bees flying around everywhere. It's probably maybe a good time to set up this swarm trap. I'm going to set it up just about 200 yards away. They seem to be interested in the bigger hives, but not so much the small nucleus hive that I have here, which was what I was intending to catch the swarm in. So we'll see how it goes. I'm super excited to get this started. I'm going to put the body cam on so you can see what's going on, and let's get started. So here's the box I'm going to use to try and catch our swarm. It's a standard Langstroth size nucleus box with 6 frames, or with space for 6 frames at least. It's polystyrene, or a polyhive as I've heard them called. Maybe that's because what they're actually called. So it consists of a lid. I've got a lid, got a feeder. Should I fill this feeder with sugar syrup to encourage the bees in, or should I just remove it entirely? Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on that. And then inside, space for 6 frames. I've gone with 1 plastic frame, which I have rolled some melted beeswax on, which I'm hoping is going to encourage the bees into the box. The box has previously been used, and I've learned that bees prefer a space where other bees have lived before. So I'm hoping that's going to encourage them in further. And also, I have in my pocket somewhere here some lemongrass, therapeutic grade lemongrass oil, 100% pure essential oil. Now I've read that this is very useful for encouraging the bees in, mimics the queen pheromone, or mimics the pheromone that encourages bees to stay. I'm not 100% sure on that, but we're going to give it a go anyway. And also, I've got some absolutely empty frames, clear wooden frames, which I'm going to put in. Let's adjust this camera a little bit. So that gives hopefully somewhere for the bees to start. Making it their home. Now I've not got any wax foundation in here because I've read that they like to measure the inside of the box. If I'm putting foundation in here, that's going to cut the box down and might mean the bees think it's too small. Again, any hints, tips, or advice, please leave it in the comments. How do you set up your swarm traps? And do you think this is a decent enough swarm trap, or do I need to make some changes? Please let us know in the comments. It's very early in the season, so hopefully I'll have time to make some changes. So then I'm just going to put a drop on each frame. I don't know if that's enough or too much. Then we're going to close it up then we'll close it up and go and find a good location for it. I'm going to leave the feeder on for now. I think the concern with leaving the feeder on is that it might encourage robbing, so other bees might find it, and you know, that's going to hinder the new colony that settles in here. They're getting attacked by other bees for their sugar syrup. So I'm going to leave it empty for now, and I'm going to wait for your advice in the comments. So let's get started with that. Let's go. Okay, so let's go and find a good location for this box. I've got bees on order, so I can definitely get started this season. But I also wanted to give this a shot. Catching a swarm is kind of romantic. It's the bees choosing you, and it's a great way to potentially build an extra colony naturally. Seems a little bit too high and a little bit close to the neighbour's garden. However, once the bees move in, I'll be moving it somewhere else anyway. It's not going to be there for long with bees in. So I'm not sure what you can see there, but that branch there, I'm not going to put this box too high. I don't want to be fumbling around on a big ladder trying to get a box of angry bees down from high in a tree. I have read that it should be, you know, over 10 feet, 12 feet up in the tree. Unfortunately, I don't trust myself then removing the tree, getting it down from the tree when it's time to get it down. So I'm not doing that. I'm going to go with something I can reach on a small step ladder, or just by reaching up. So potentially that low branch there is a good spot. Where I'm facing now is south, but I can turn the hive whichever way I like, I suppose. Maybe we can set it up just up there. It won't be south facing. Well, how am I going to get it down? Let's have another look around. This tree will be good. I can wedge it in there. Somewhere I can reach. Will the box fit? I don't know. Maybe this is. I think I'm going to put it here. Okay. Let's have a little think about this. I'm not seeing any bees flying around here. Maybe it'd be better right behind the hives. Well, let's pause here for now and get a cup of tea. So I've had a good look around the area, and I'm not seeing anywhere that's perfect. But where I am seeing most of the bees flying are around our hives. So there's a tree just behind, and I'm going to have a little look, see if I can strap it up into a branch up there. What I'm thinking, to be honest, maybe that branch up there, there are some brambles in the way, but if I can get to it, I can get a small ladder. It's not going to be too much hassle to get up there. It's away from everybody's, it's away from the neighbours. And like I say, there just seems to be a lot of activity around here, and something makes me think that they're scout bees looking for a new home. So if they're already here at my apiary, then I don't know why I'm going 200 yards away. So what I'm going to do is going to give this a go. Let's see what happens. Ow. Yeah. Ow. Whew. Okay, well, what are we thinking about this branch here? We're only 2 videos in, and honestly, the response so far has been amazing. Thank you to everyone who's watched, liked and subscribed, and especially to those who've sent me tips, encouragement and advice. It really does mean a lot. Looking at the camera here, that's exactly south. Completely new to beekeeping, and I'm also brand new to filming, editing, all of this stuff. It's been a steep learning curve, but honestly, I'm loving it. I really appreciate you sticking with me while I find my feet. Hopefully, I'll get a little bit better with each video. So, tell you what I've done. I've covered the entrance. Okay, so we've got it up, say about 6 foot in a tree, maybe 7. Oh. Entrance is open. It's relatively secure. I mean, I'm not saying that really strong winds won't take it down, but I suppose I'll have to wait and see. So I have absolutely no idea if that's going to work, but I do feel I've learned something just by giving it a go. If a swarm moves in, that'll be a fantastic next step and really exciting. And of course, I'll take you along with me. So thanks again for joining me. Keep the hints and tips coming in. If you've already caught a swarm this year, then let us know how it went. If you've got any hints or tips, leave them in the comments. This is the Honey Herd, and we're just getting started.